Hey there. Hi. It's a top 10.
Hello everyone, welcome to the first top 10 that I'm ever gonna do right now. Yeah, the first one. What I want to do right here is that I want to get into a subject that hasn't been touched before, or that I haven't really been aware of it, that I can make a list of. I know that there are possibilities of me making a list of best game ever made, or best game of genre that I don't even know. But, you know, I can do those. But I really want to do right now something that is kind of different. And also, another thing I would like to say that is really obvious is that a list is something based on personal opinion. So this is based on personal opinion. If you don't like the opinions of others, you shouldn't be watching this video right here. Or you should, and maybe you can discuss with me of the stuff, you know, on the list. And it's like this, it's my list, my opinion. There's no escape, there's no other way around it. You watch the video, I can't try to see if it's good or not. But still, you know about those lists of best video game music ever made. I probably may not want to do one of those, as I haven't played that many games and really haven't had the opportunity to do so. And there are many gems out there that I really am unaware of, and I would really like to know about them, or at least, you know, play those games. But yeah, if you really have something to tell me, just comment down below and tell me a list that I could do. The yes and no is preferred. Now, let's start the list. Yeah, right? Let's start the list. It's time to start. Screw this. I think it's needless to say anything about Metroid, right? I think I do, don't I? After all, it doesn't have that great of selling numbers in any of the titles in the series. It's obvious though that for the people that played Metroid even once know what it's all about and prefer to stick with it or just forget about it. Sometimes it's just a love or hate situation. Regardless, for those who don't know about the series at all, it basically propels the player to go through the scenarios and find power-ups for your suit, mostly involving backtracking to places where you've already been way before in the game, but wasn't accessible either because the door leading to that new room was locked by some type of firepower you didn't have, or it simply was on a higher place, out of your reach. It really is all what it is. Put it together with some sci-fi story of a bounty hunter and you have your game. One of the main focuses of the game are the upgrades you can get along the way for your character, same as Aaron. Be them missile upgrades, suit or beam upgrades, they all have a significant change for you either mechanically or stylistically. What do I mean with this is this. Oh, look at that suit. Oh my god, so good. Oh no. Oh, not that creepy. It simply looks amazing. Most of the time. There aren't many upgrades though. Many of them are reoccurring in the whole series and there just isn't many options. But the ones that do stick out never show up ever again. No, I'm serious, why did you never use those power-ups ever again? I mean, look at this! It's so amazing, it's useful, looks good! Should've been used in other games like Metroid Other Hand, but no, decided to screw up the game entirely. I mean, oh my god, the baby! The baby! The baby's right! Really, fan service, fan service. Everywhere. Yeah, okay. You may be wondering, why is the boost ball over here? I mean, I would rather prefer a normal missile over this piece of crap, which is true. The boost ball really sucks, so why is it here? I mean, sure, the ability is terrible if you compare it to something like the charge beam that seems to do way more damage and doesn't actually put your own life in risk. This actually is the ability that someone who came directly from Al-Qaeda would use all the time because it involves killing themselves while trying to kill the others. I mean, this literally, there is just no way that you can get away scot-free while using this ability because you will take damage. I mean, imagine some Fusion, a game where it's already really hard to get health in. You would be basically begging for some life by grinding over enemies over and over again, which just isn't a fun task. I mean, I play the game and I have it recorded here for YouTube, and there is no doubt that I suffer a lot with the game. And by a lot, I mean having to use save states several times in one part trying to get away from, you know, this thing. Oh my god, that scares me so much. I still have to explain why it is in the 10th position. Well, it is an ability that looks really cool, and sometimes it is simply really useful and cool looking when used in conjunction with the Spider Ball. It also has some really cool mechanics on the Metroid Prime trilogy where you use it on a half pipe to reach higher places, and it really is well used on those games. It also opens up some cool mechanics in conjunction with the Spider Ball in Metroid Prime 2 and 3. I mean, it simply is a cool looking ability.
Do you want anything else? Do you want me to say that it makes all the changes in the game? Well, it doesn't. You're looking at the wrong place. You're probably looking at the next one. No, the next one. Yeah, probably the next one. You're probably looking for that one. Why not? Why would you stop looking at this one? Look at the next one. The next one is better because the number 9. Number 9 is better than 10. It doesn't make any sense. 10 is higher than 9, but 9 is better than 10. You know, I don't care. I don't care. If you want to complain about it, look here, go to the next one. That's right.
Yeah, let's all be honest. You should be expecting a lot of armor upgrades by here on this list, not only because their effects basically accumulate, but also because they're the ones that stick out the most for the most part. But the gravity suit's no different. Excluding Metroid Other M, the gravity suit gives your suit a purple and yellowish look to represent that now you have that upgrade activated. That is already really cool. But I think that the other factor is that it's just something relieving to see and get. I mean, imagine a situation like this. You're with this really heavy backpack, and then with the effect of a gravity suit, it basically just doesn't exist anymore. Now imagine this on the water, with a really heavy armor, tons of grid and tons of stuff around. It is one of the greatest feelings to get this suit in any Metroid game, as it really denies any effects that hinders your movements underwater, or at any other place that hinders your movements. Especially on Metroid Prime, where the movement underwater feels extremely slow and makes the underwater platforming something rather annoying. That is considering the section where you need to do it in order to proceed through the game. I mean, no one likes water levels, right? We all learned it, didn't we? No more water levels? Oh. God damn it, why do you do this to me? So, power bombs. They're pretty cool. And they look really nice in some of the games of the Metroid franchise, as they make a huge explosion and are, you know, very appealing to the eye. The thing is, that isn't enough for me to explain why it is in this position, so I'm gonna go into an in-depth explanation of why the power bomb is at this place on the list. If I were to tell you that power bombs are really amazing, then it would be a really good explanation already. But it doesn't end there. Oh no, it doesn't. It's not only a really powerful upgrade that can be basically used at any given time as long as you have bombs left, which, by the way, are often dropped from enemies, but in most games the explosions produced from them just look so good. That goes special for Other M and basically all side-scrolling Metroid games. The one in Other M in special just looks really amazing, and it does give that feeling of extreme heat and destruction, even though you're only gonna use it at the end of the game. Like, literally at the end of the game. Good time to use it, but not satisfactory. Yeah, I guess I have nothing more to say than that. It's basically just that, it's just awesome and powerful. It's basically everything I need. The Spider Ball. Ah, how good it feels to use it sometimes. I'm pretty sure that it was debuted on Metroid 2 on the Game Boy, but I haven't played that, and to be honest, I probably never will. I just don't like the way that Game Boy games run on emulators. They always seem clunky in comparison to the actual hardware. But anyways, that is not the point. The Spider Ball in Metroid Prime looks really awesome. I'll be honest that it isn't the most useful upgrade in the game, and that is probably what many would agree. But it sure does look really awesome in conjunction with the Morph Ball. I mean, you won't go into anything else, right? Only with the Morph Ball. Well, I was just testing you to see if you were aware of the stuff that I was talking about, you know? Yeah, that kind of... Fuck it, I don't care anymore. No! Fuck it! and it's some kind of magnets on the sides of the ball with a transparent glass that has a green lighting at the back of it. Looking at it spin in a high speed makes it have a nice effect, and that's the reason why it's number 7. I mean, look at this, just beautiful. Isn't it beautiful? No? The Zero Suit is better than that? Okay, I agree. But do you really consider this to be an upgrade? Do you really consider this to be an upgrade? It's like running half negative through a crossfire and a magnum field with fire shock and electric heels. Looks totally safe to me. I really want a hot bath anyway! This is probably the one that and only power-up that is on this list purely because of how useful it is rather than its stylistic look. I mean, without this you just can't complete the game. This and every other upgrade ever in the game is protection. Alright, maybe I am a bit out of arguments as for why this is on a list, but if you look at the way that you're gonna use it so often after you've gotten it, then it makes sense as for why I said that without this, you can't complete the game. In the situation that you may have found a game-breaking glitch that transports you somewhere to the end of the game, and you haven't gotten the space boots yet, what are you really gonna do? After all, after you've gotten it, you will need to jump higher almost every time that you find some kind of ledge or gap. It simply is a must-have in any game, period. If I were to talk about Metroid Prime 2, I would probably say something in the lines of, this game is really hard and anyone that plays it will have a really good challenge ahead of them. Sportive spirit. That is Metroid Prime 2 in a basic nutshell. To add something to that statement, I can also tell that in Dark Aether, the air sucks it and slowly kills you if you stay out of the protection zones. Sure that the Dark Suit does give you some resistance over this toxic air, but nothing beats the Light Suit in that regard. Just look at how awesome the suit looks! The first time I seen this, I was awestruck of how beautiful it is. Not to mention that it makes you immune to the toxic air of Dark Aether. The thought of seeing a battle of Samus with the Light Suit against Dark Samus was a pure representation of the fight of light versus darkness that so many RPGs tend to discuss out there. Which is something that does get kinda boring at some times. It really feels like every other RPG has something related to light and darkness and how there should be some kind of balance between them. Like, okay, it is a good topic to be used in an RPG, but it all feels like you're getting into one of those Mexican channels and watching 6 novels in a row while eating the same kind of popcorn. They just all feel the same. I don't even know why it has this name. I would definitely call it something like Speed Boost, or something rather generic such as the Booster, or a thingy that makes you go really fast and kill stuff. Be what you call it. But the Shine Spark is just something that really kicks ass, especially in the 2D games where it's just so much easier to hit enemies. There is also something that I would also like to address, in the fact that games back in the day tended to be harder, not only because they were simply hard, but also because of the limitations of space for maneuvers that you had. But that is getting me off the point of this video. Where was I again? Oh yeah, the Shine Spark. It's just so versatile that I can't really tell how much I love this upgrade. If used right, you can access places with much more ease and kill anything that is on your way by simply running. In Metroid Fusion, there is an area where if you manage to access it before the time you're actually supposed to go, you'll find an Easter egg that congratulates you by the use of your Shine Spark. That is really cool. Is this something valid? I would totally consider as it is. The Hyper Beam simply kicks ass. Given by its name, it's supposed to do massive damage to whoever is hit by it, and it's most of the time the last upgrade you get in the game to kill the last boss, who most often the time is depicted to be stronger than you until something miracles happens and you're given the Hyper Beam. The Hyper Beam is presented in the Metroid Prime series a bit differently, but it also has the same effect and it is as awesome as always. Destructive firepower that kills everyone in one hit? Sure, why not? It breaks Metroid Prime 3 though. It simply breaks that game! Are you trying to hold my hand right here? Is that what you want? Jeez! This game can be completed for the first time in 16 hours! 16 goddamn hours! That is way less than the time I wasted on other games! just because of this stupid being it was also 100% completion. You just rested the game. I can't do nothing with that. Oh, wow. Another suit upgrade. What could it be? I mean, there haven't been enough suit upgrades yet, huh? The Phazon suit is probably one of the most memorable things I can take from Metroid Prime. Yes, forget about the epic boss fights and amazing environments. Just forget about him. We got a badass suit over here. Okay, so, being the first game to introduce Phazon into Metroid, and Metroid Prime 3 probably being the last one, this toxic material that more often than not I consider to be some kind of space oil considering how much it's desired, it really gets in your way when you're playing the game. Not only it's a toxic and radioactive material, but if you're going through the section where it's necessary to do platforming and you end up failing your jumps, well, you went down into a pool of Phazon, and that drains your health extremely quick. The Phazon suit simply takes that out of the way and makes it so that you're immune to it. And oh boy, how well does it do it. Just look at the design of this thing. It looks like Sandwich just got possessed by some demon Binding of Isaac style and its suit just got dark with its visor getting some shade of red. Not only that, but its look with the Spider-Ball just looks beautiful. I already said how the design of the Spider-Ball looks amazing. But this is just a perfect combination. It's like if I were to get two of the best things in the world and put them together into one thing. How would you like that? Pretty amazing, huh? This just couldn't be left out of this list, couldn't it? Sheer effectiveness. That's the best way to describe the screw attack. I'm pretty sure that it's present in all the games in the series, and there's no doubt that every time you get this ability, you simply kill everything. Really, it's a powerful upgrade. Mostly available through the last few hours of the game. The screw attack is an upgrade that makes it possible that you produce a force field of pure energy around you while you jump, making it so that anything that it touches dies. Just look at this. Anything dies. Anything touches it and it dies. It's even used to kill those stronger versions of the space pirates that are mostly immune to anything else you have. It's a pretty cool ability, not gonna lie. It's number one on this list, not only because it's super effective on its use, but also it looks very good when used. And it's basically a staple of the series that just made it so memorable. It really is something unique. Well guys, that is it for this list. It wasn't really hard to pick 10 things from a list of what, 20 things? I mean, there are many upgrades out there for Metroid. Actually, there aren't many games either. I mean, he's just a left out franchise from Nintendo, and I would really appreciate if there was a better reception from the gamers and from the Nintendo itself towards it. I mean, who wouldn't like to be a bounty hunter that kills stuff without remorse? Like, it isn't really like that in your other end. That game has screwed up the story a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, if you like the video, you can click the button down here and comment down below. Tell me another thing I should do, and I'm also gonna do reviews, so be aware of that. I'm gonna do them soon. Also, you can click little stuff over here. It's gonna take to other videos that I make. And with that, let's blow some planets.